niggas make it rain. Asking me, we making green paper planes. In the club throwing green paper planes. In the club throwing green paper planes. In the club throwing green paper planes. Just to let them know that fucking money ain't a thing. Straight off the runway, papers flying in this bitch. Mr. Border Plane, I am fly as shit. Turned the club to an airport. Got it full of fucking green paper planes. Money ain't a thing. I know you see the chain. I throw it cause I get it back. Money boomerang. And the chick I'm riding with never graduated. She give me stupid brains. Bank account so I'm valedictorian. What that mean? I got a pocket full of honor rolls and a whole lot of chicks to give me scholarships. Yeah, that knowledge for free. I talk about the money like I got a degree, and I should be in jail for these beats I be murdering. On the fast track to fame, all a nigga need is a socket, the right plug.
Testing 1 2 3. All right, we are live in effect. Got the mic working again.
Call. You know how duck hunters have a call they blow on that attracts ducks so they can shoot them like stupid ass sitting ducks? That's where that term comes from. A sitting duck. Because that duck's sitting there, right? He heard that call and he sat there and got his ass shot. Boom! Feathers everywhere. Well, I have developed a bird call that attracts women. It's called the Dr. Ray D'Angelo Harris Spiritual Fine Lady Soothing Call to attract women. It's shaped like a sausage, and trust me, it looks a bit strange. But blow it and you'll see. Walk out on your cul-de-sac or at the PTA meeting and blow on that thing and women go mental. Believe me. And sure, you have to blow on the sausage, but while you're blowing on the sausage, you want to... I blew that... medieval shows on cable, only we didn't have a dwarf or a yak skin for a blanket. Some ignorant fools will say, are you really humming on that sausage? No, I'm cleansing myself. The wheatgrass through your radio is a metaphor. It's a figure of speech, you understand? You are a terrible liberal woman. Bad liberal.
All right, that should be
I bet you don't even give the public radio.
No way, why bother? It's so patronizing. It's like being spoken down to by a beggar.
You have to give yourself and your money to public radio. You understand? Do I have to break this down to you, woman? Shut your mouth. That's public radio you talking about. I am for profit, but many are not. You are barely talking on this show. How am I supposed to teach you the ways of broadcasting, the ways it means, what I means? Your comment is getting shot off the hell.
Turn off the audio and then maybe you can figure that out. I don't like turn that off completely. All right, let's see. We don't need any snacks. Check and see who we got. Businesses. Alright, that is being very chopping right now. said a nightclub last night. Boost those DJs up a little bit. Alright, we got the bunkers up. We sold the hangar last night as well. Let's see what this is at. 1.3. Yeah, this is freezing up a little bit. Alright. What's that? That's that. That's at 9. Okay, so we got at least 3 of them that are at 9.90 and above. So that's opportunities to make some money. Alright. Do not like. It's freezing up. Alright, so we got the Kasaka. Let's get those preps going. Feel like I gotta still make some adjustments to the audio.
There you are, Capitan. The finest field operative I have ever had the pleasure of coordinating.
Yeah, trying to fly your way there. The fast travel option. I remember.
You wish to set course, Capitan?
I used to fly there, take the boat, get in the car, stay. Oh, turn that audio down. Let's see. It's way too loud.
And silent.
try to shoot the bad guys down without affecting the plane.
You have got the plane. Good. Now, fly south. Then keep flying south until you hear the sound of angry blonde Colombian on Travelodar Beach. Coordinates are with you now. Disguises should be in back of plane. You can change on the way. And leave your weapons. Mr. Rubio will not trust smugglers. The guards will shoot you on sight if you are armed.
Alright, so and we're off now. Guess they gotta make some adjustments to this audio. I still think it's too loud, even though I turned it down in the game. Still think it's a little loud. Yeah, let me know audio. Turn that off. Let's see. Putting the mic closer to me works a little bit, but I don't know if that's gonna help. But maybe it does. Let's see the mic volume big go up a little bit. Alright, so the mic volume levels are a little bit better. Alright.
Paren, esperen ahí. Why can't you assholes be on time for once, eh? Arms out, let's go. Okay, wait over there. They will bring it soon. Go on.
As soon as you go beyond the airstrip, you must be careful. If guards get a good look at you while you're in the restricted area, they will know something is not right. Safest thing is to stay out of sight.
See if that helps a little bit. And then we turned that down. See if that's better. Alright, so this is what we do here. Alright, so I use this bike to maneuver around the island. Instead of getting off the bike and all that, just take the pictures from the bike. So, saves a little time.
Aha, cash. Marking location now. Aha, marijuana. Easy to sell. I will mark a location planning screen.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Not a lot of good targets just yet. I mean, the green is fine, but we want the white, and they don't have it here either. So
Adding to planning screen.
alright, so I go to the north dock and go there. Let's see. If it does feel like I'm moving a little slow, it's because I'm trying to adjust to this streaming. I'm normally streaming from Boostroid, which is pretty good, but I can't get the audio to work there. So the OBS, I need to figure out. Alright, so I'll come up on this side here, since we don't have a guard over here. We'll ride this bike as close as we can to the shed here, take some pictures. Alright. So it seems like a lot of green.
Okay, position locked.
Alright, so you got one over here. Okay.
Cocaine, easy to steal, easy to sell. Marked on the planning screen now.
Alright, so for the purposes of the stream, we will show you how to scope out this part, even though I typically don't do it, but for the stream. So this is where you go to take a look at the other part.
That's on your planning screen now.
Alright, so you have one green over there.
¿Qué cuentas? Hola.
one
Adding to
over
planning
there.
screen.
Alright, so we're done scoping this area. We'll go ahead and hop back on the bike. Some decent targets. Alright, so we'll jump this cliff. We'll wait till the guard turns. He's turned. Jump over the ledge here. Oh, Lord. How did that happen? Wow. I don't think I've never seen that before. So now we have to do it on foot now. I need to see that replay. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we done came too far now, so we have to. Yeah, this is a first for me, having to hustle it on foot now. But that's typically how you don't do it this way. But because we're already committed. But yeah, this is typically the path that you would take on the bike if you're successful with getting over that cliff. Yeah, so you take this pathway here. Let's turn this down. So the mic audio is good to go now. But yeah, uh-oh. Alright, so we got a guard up here at the tower. I wonder if I do the boosteroid through the web, if it's gonna be a better experience for the streaming.
The signal box could have moved
Yes.
since you were last here,
It
Capitan.
probably will be, but we can
Upstairs,
test it
downstairs. You
out
will
another
need
day
to look
or
around.
another stream. Alright, so let's be careful here. Don't alert that guard. Okay, alright. Alright, so we're gonna make us go all the way up to the top. Which is fine, because yeah, what I'm gonna do is once I finish scoping out the compound, I'm gonna parachute down onto the main dot. So show you guys how the way I do it, and there's gonna try to scope everything, but there's certain spots that I do avoid because it is tricky, and you'll be wasting time. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. So we got that done. All right.
Okay, I have
See,
access.
we got pink diamond
The app is on your phone.
2
Let
KOs
us
to
take
go.
a
So
look.
let's see if we are lucky.
Check the vault. Basement level.
Or bearer bonds will be fine. I ain't gonna be picky. Oh, we got bearer bonds. Okay. All right.
Ah, there.
All right,
In
we'll
the
take
safe.
it.
Looks like bearer bonds. Untraceable cash must be useful for men like Mr. Rubio.
Some gold.
And even more useful for those robbing him, huh? Remember, you are not a pack mule. There is only so
Now,
much
if
you
there
can
is,
carry.
no,
You want
we
more?
need to
Bring
scope the
friends.
main dock. We'll do that. All right. So the one gold so far. And as always, gold is the first thing that you grab.
Noting location.
If you have it, grab that first.
You have found some gold.
We got 2
I will
gold.
mark its location here.
All right.
Okay, position
We
locked.
need at least 1 more gold to make it a. Let's see.
That's on your planning screen now.
All right, so we got painting.
Ah, fine art. Excellent for
And-
money laundering. I will mark location.
So just 2 golds. Okay. Yeah. That's Rockstar for you, but it is what it is. Still one of the best money making methods on the game, which I'll get into. All right, so let's make sure it gets out of there. Gets out of the buffering program. All right. So this is how I do it instead of, again, trying to get a bike or get a car and drive there. Let's make sure this thing is. We try to avoid. Let's see. All right, cool. So we made it without having to worry about nobody else. So yeah. So wait for that guy to leave there. We'll take a look at this shed over here. So there's 2 other spots over here, and he's still coming. Yeah, so there's one over here, and then one up further down this path, and then on the other side of the of this little small place. I typically don't do those. I do this one here because it typically will have at least 1 powder. So he's turned around. So go ahead and get over here and take that picture and make sure we avoid the camera. And this requires 2 people. All right, so we got 1. Just 1 here. Okay. All right.
Location noted.
That's fine. So I think I've done enough. All right. So we will go ahead and. So what I like to do is change my outfit and make sure that I see that little yellow circle spinning, and I will go ahead and change my session back to the Kasaka. So instead of having to get caught and go to the plane, it takes you to LSA, and then some people may do the thing there. No, just change your outfit, make sure that circle spins, and start a new session. You're right back at the dock. All right, so this is the order that I do it in. Let's see. So I typically will, in my mind, get the hardest preps out the way first. So I do the weapons loadout, aggressor, and then I'll do the approach, which would be the long fin. All right, so we got Meriwether. queue. So if you don't have the missiles, if you didn't pay for the missiles, then you would just start a new session. But since I did invest the money, this is the only reason why I bought it. And sometimes people mess with me in the public lobby. I'll try to shoot them with a missile from my Kasaki. But yeah, this is to strictly take out the Meriwether chopper. That's basically it. So instead of having to try to go do that extra mission, just start a new session and just use the missiles and take them out. And do that until it spawns a good one, which is this one here. Alright, so we will get that done. Slumberg Center. You know, the thing with that with me is it is a little tricky getting the helicopter in and out because it's very a small area. I typically would just switch to the oppressor. I'll do that. I'll go ahead and once I get comfortable on land, I'll do the oppressor and show how easy it is to maneuver around it. And again, you can use the Sparrow. It's just you're gonna have to take out some of the helicopters first, and you're gonna take some damage. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you guys that. We'll look down, so then the vehicle will appear next to you instead. If you're looking out onto the streets, then it sometimes appear down the street. So we will go ahead and return the Sparrow. And with this one, there's two approaches. You can go in there hot, take everybody out, or you can go in there and take everybody out silent with a suppressed weapon. For this one, because I am a little laggy right now, we'll go ahead and just take everybody out and try to get it done as quick as possible. Uh-oh, did I not go to the right building? Oh, I went to the wrong one. My bad. Gonna go up a little bit. Alright, so I like to put the presser right here, so once it's there, once we get out, then we can quickly make our escape without taking little to no damage. Alright, let's see how bad the lag is going to be up
It
here.
will be kept separate from the regular weapons. Look for gun lockers somewhere. It may be hidden.
Take cover now! I gotta reload! Get up! Honey just hurt! I'm reloading! Loser!
I know some people use the stone hatchet to go through and be invincible for some time and all that. I'd like to try that one day. Let me see how I can unlock that. Alright, so we got the weapons.
Move fast and watch out. Acquiring all new weapons and tools, it is labor intensive, Captain. But it is the only way for professionals such as us. Nothing to trace, nothing to lead trouble to your door. And when you offend a man such as Mr. Rubio, trouble will do its best to seek
Let's
you
make sure
out.
we press the right button to exit via the roof and not down at the thing, because you'll be right there in a gunfight. See, and we're out. Let's make sure I can fly this thing right. My tail, but we're gone. So that's the reason why I chose the Oppressor. Like I said, very small aircraft to get in and maneuver out. And again, I mean, typically I would use that helicopter, but yeah, sometimes you get into a gunfight with the helicopters just to get up to the top where you have to park it at and all that. But it's a good use for the prep, for preps with the Oppressor. See if I can park this thing the way it needs to be. Okay, alright. That's good. So yeah, that's typically how I would park it there. So typically this spot right there, about 95% of the time it will stay there without falling off the thing. But as I say that, I'm jinxing myself. Let me hurry up and start this next prep, which will be the long fin. Let's get that out the way. Approach vehicles. I only do the long fin. For me, it doesn't make any sense to do the submarine anymore, because to me, I mean, it's faster. It gives you the more flexibility to go to other parts of the island when you get stuck in the secondary loop. So when you just lock in on the long fin, you get used to it, and so you know it's very easy to grab it, get in and get out. Yeah, with the Kasaka, you're locking yourself in to only going to the compound. And if you got, if you're playing solo and you got the two painters in the office, and you're just, you're not worried about grabbing secondary loot, that's fine. But yeah, you're not necessarily maximizing your potential take. So my recommendation is to always do the long fin, regardless of what targets you have. Just do it. Alright. So the next little piece of advice that I stumbled upon years ago from friends that helped me is using the Phantom Wedge to get the long fin. I'm going to show you that as I get closer to the thing. The stream is a little laggy on my end, so I'm trying to make sure that clears up.
You will need something to tow it. I have options for you. Coordinates are with you now.
Alright. So yeah, now again, it costs money. But as you acquire money, different business streams, and I'll go over that as well. It is a want and not a necessary need. So obviously, if you're short on money, don't just get the Phantom Wedge unless you plan to use it a whole lot. And I don't use it at all. I only use it for this particular mission because it's fast and the tires typically do not pop when they shoot, but I did notice it popped the last time I used it. Alright, so let me lock in.
The police radio suggests that they are both angry and quite impressed.
Off. Try to get to a nice area. I'll show you guys what I do. And most veteran GTA people know this little tidbit here. So instead of driving all the way there and then, or trying to lose the cops when you get there and all that, and run around town just to lose them, because if you can't follow the rest of it. Get out that little trap. Trying to trap your boy. So I typically will go to. Okay, let me do that. So I'm stopped now because the game is lagging real bad. Let me try to grab some. Some snacks real quick. Alright, so I'll pick a spot. I'll try to do this. And just blow myself up. So we lose the cops. Sorry it took that long, but yeah, this
I have contacted the docs who will
lagging
get
a
the
little
boat
bit.
ready and keep it until the big day. Disguises
Now
are
the cops
already
are
arranged.
gone.
Smugglers are very easy to impersonate. I love clandestine operations.
Now we can get back to the regular scheduled program. Get back to this thing. Alright, so now no cops are around. It should be a minute or so. We can get this thing completed. But yeah, typically this mission should take no more than 5 minutes. Even if you are having to, get one of the trucks that's on the map. It shouldn't take you that long. Once you get away from once you get the long fan, get away in a nice area, get out, blow yourself up away from the truck. Don't blow yourself up in the truck or near it, because it will destroy it.
Or will you bring accomplices? Yes, you must split the profit. But there is more likely to be profit, and there will be more of you to carry more of it. You think about it, yes?
Alright, there we go. Alright, done with that. this, I would, instead of calling the helicopter, I'll change my outfit. Make sure I see that thing over there spinning. I see it spinning, so make sure that my progress locks in. I'm back at the boat. All right. So the next, and then the final 3 preps that I do, they're mandatory. I only do the mandatory ones. I don't do any of the optional preps. For me, I've played this game for a minute. I don't need to do all that extra stuff. So in this order, we'll go ahead and do the safe code, the fingerprint, and the cutting torch. All right.
Goodbye. Good work on the smuggler boat, Captain. We must send a thank you note to the LSPD, yes?
All right.
The safe in Mr. Rubio's vault cannot be cracked, or at least
Yeah,
not
I
unless you
was
plan to spend
curious
the
on
weekend
my
down
next
there.
stream.
So we
Definitely
must get
gonna
the
do
codes.
it
But
instead of
for
from
Mr.
the
Rubio himself,
destroyed
only his head of
desktop
security has
app.
copy.
I'm gonna do
And
it from
today
the
is our
web
chance to
and
intercept
see
him.
if it's a better
He has come to Los Santos
streaming
for party and
experience.
diamond
Hopefully
casino.
it is.
Mr. Rubio's penthouse is on top floor. If we time it right, the guests will not be feeling so alert. You understand?
Yeah, I got a
Okay, let's do
business
this.
line PC or laptop that has
You know,
32
Captain,
gigs of
from the
RAM,
moment you
1
entered my
terabyte.
submarine, I
It's
knew
top
I
of
had
line
found a kindred spirit.
processor from
Someone who
when
would
it
climb
came
the
out, but
mountain
in terms
just
of
to
like the
see if it
graphics and
could be
stuff,
climbed, yes? More importantly,
obviously
to see
not
the
built
vast
for
amounts
gaming
of money
like
waiting
that.
at the top,
So,
huh? Do not worry about
really
finding the
need
right
some,
man.
I
I
need
will
to
send you
make some
photograph.
tweaks
With you in a
and
second.
if I can get the buffering down to the minimum. Right now, it's not too bad, but we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you think. Alright, so what I like to do is park the helicopter here. Let's make sure we get it close to the building. And let's back it up a little bit. Make our escape. Here, good to go. Alright. So I don't have a penthouse on this account, on the PC Enhanced account. So
I think I'm gonna pick up smoking.
we'll have to
Fine then.
yeah, tell us what we need to do. But yeah, we have to go into the garage and steal or get the codes from the person at the front desk. I forgot his name.
To access penthouse level, we will need to
Yeah,
borrow master
T-Fruit's
key card.
joining in as well.
Head of guest services will be able to help us.
When leaving the casino. With VIP status, your helicopter can take you from the roof to any destination of your choice.
His name is Mr. Tom Connors. Let us try
Thomas.
easy option and break into his car.
So his is this
Perhaps he
yellow
has a spare. Take the
car
elevator
here.
down to car park.
So open that trunk up. See that key card right there. Go and get that.
I was correct. It was in the trunk, huh?
Yeah, at some point I will just, well, when it when it goes on sale, whenever it goes on sale, I'll get it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Let's see, depending on how the guards are positioned, is gonna see if it's gonna be easy or difficult. So if it's here, let's see. Yeah. Let's see if they're around this corner. Nope. Okay, so they're around the other way. So that means that we got to go all the way in to where the party's at, by the bar area, if I remember correctly. Which is fine as long as we don't take them out silenced without alerting them. And there they go. All right, so let's make sure we line our shots up. All right.
Excellent. A job so quiet, the element of surprise is still yours.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, they're not going to be, and I'll show you the three potential areas where that guy's going to be. So this one over here to the right, this obviously is the ideal one.
I sent you, yes?
But since I know he wasn't over in that first spot that I checked, the guards went over there, then we have to keep moving into the place. So the other spot where he could be is here, which he is here. So on all the way on the other side, we know he's going to be right there. All right. So we're going to position ourselves to where we can take him out quick with the assault shotgun. And take cover. All right, it is lagging a little bit. Didn't do too bad. Oh, wow. How did that happen? That's interesting. I don't know how I died unless the lag was really bad. How did I die? Because I didn't see any extra shots going off. Okay. All right. So they are stuck over there. Yeah, that's interesting. I'll be curious how yeah, that's a phantom die. The randomly died. Shouldn't have died. Oh my goodness. Is this... Okay. That is a first. Because of the way that his body is positioned. Okay. So it's not even gonna let me use up and atomizer. Huh. It's gonna keep doing that. Okay. Yes, these are the things in the game that don't make sense. It don't make sense at all that we have to deal with this right here. And I get the logic, like you're not supposed to be able to grab it through the wall. I get that, but come on, man. let's see. Let's do this. Since Rockstar want to play, all right. Let's see if we can get his body obstructed from that wall area. That made it worse. Damn.
You want money? Fat?
We can just steal it from here. It's gonna make us. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have to start the game over. I mean, restart it. 'Cause it's gonna continue to do that. I'm gonna try one more way. But
No dispares! No shoot! Please!
so his body is stuck over there. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. It's not gonna allow me to grab it. Okay. Alright. This Rockstar, boy, I tell you. Yeah, Rockstar. Very funny with that little trick. You saw me moving and getting to the guide, and of course, it'd be something that as simple as that, grabbing a key card will slow us down a little bit. All right, since I already know that we are not near the docks anymore, let's go ahead and fast travel to where we need to be at.
So we are relocating, Capitan.
Yeah, Rockstar, you funny for that one. Alright, I see a couple of things I came through with money, so I'm meant to grab those after I do this prep. But yeah, let's see if it acts right this time.
Bye.
Maybe I come at the other angle. So yeah. And hopefully they give me a different spawn location from where he's at. So then we won't be put in that position again. Oh, excuse me.
So, the codes to the safe. Without these, the whole operation is pointless. Now, the only man
The
apart
PC
from Mr. Rubio who
Enhanced.
has the codes
So
is head of
before I
security.
started
Don't
doing
forget
PC
what I can
Enhanced,
say.
I was
Lucky
on
for
Xbox,
us,
the
this
one, the
rookie
old
has
gen,
serious
for
party habit.
3 years.
Today is our chance. He is in Los
You can
Santos,
check out my
making
old
mess in
videos.
Mr. Rubio's penthouse at Diamond Casino.
I got up to
If we are clever and sneaky, perhaps we do this
step
without
399,
alerting
and then
anyone.
I switched over to the enhanced version of Xbox because of the Game Pass, and got up to like level 4 something, 420 something, and got up to 920 million, I think, in the bank. And then when Game Pass went away, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna grab this thing when I can, so I go back to the old gen. So I bought the PC Enhanced on Steam and started using DistroKid. So that happened in early April. So I sort of tried to capture that in the series and got to the 100 million. So that's where I'm at now. I do have plans to go back to Xbox, but I don't know when. But I do want to get to the 1 billion mark in the bank. So on the old gen, when I had to copy my stuff over, I think I'm at 800 million. So I'll have like less than 200 million to get to accomplish that. But yeah, I think at some point before GTA 6 comes out, I need to do that milestone, because that's a major feat.
What the fuck you looking at?
I think I live streamed when I made it to when I earned 100 billion. I think I captured that as well. Yeah, let's see.
To access penthouse level, we will need to borrow master key card. Look for yellow lampadati. People often leave trunk unlocked. Start there. I will try to find his plates.
All right, let's see. So it's in the same spot.
I was correct. It was in the trunk, huh? It was either that or the cup holder. Now take the elevator to penthouse floor.
All right, we're gonna see if
Okay,
they're around
now
this
you need to
corner.
find his suite. It will not be so difficult. Look for the trained killer standing outside.
Yep. So we know exactly how. Well, need to make sure that we do it right this time.
Perfect. I could barely hear you work. The people on the inside will have no idea. Use the photograph I sent you to identify the man.
All right, so Make sure we get armor up. Let's not.
¡Nos tenemos que retirar!
Yeah, we just sort of wait for now. They make okay. I was about to say.
Did you find them? And the codes, yes? Now don't stick
A
around.
little bloody.
Get out and get away
That's
from the
alright.
casino.
You motherfucker! Fuck you!
Oh,
Fucking piece of shit! Huntington's hurt! I'll kill you!
alright. Alright, we're pretty much done there. So we gotta do now, get in a helicopter.
I would prefer the
Which
police
we'll
to
lose the
not
cops
know I exist. Perhaps
shortly.
you lose them now, yes?
complete. That should have been complete. That GTA didn't place it out into the wall for me. Jeez. I don't know if I've seen anything worse than that, but really? Wow. Franklin would call right then and there. Okay. Trying to get into the sub. That fool will call right then and there as soon as I'm trying to get in. Alright, so gonna take a quick intermission break to get a little bit of food, and I'll be right back.
Soundbarmusic.net, your source for that heat.
Your session will be terminated due to inactivity in 2 minutes.
Soundbarmusic.net. Your source for that heat. DemCCBoyz.net. Your source for that heat.
Testing 1, 2, 3. See if my audio's picking up now. All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so I have switched over to Boosteroid, the web version. So we're gonna see how it is. I'm already seeing some little buffering, so we'll see how this goes. I just have 2 more preps to do to get the KO completed. Don't want to do that. We're in the wrong section, so we need to make sure we move the sub back to where it needs to be at. I should have checked that beforehand. All right, we're back. All right, so let's move the Kasaka back into the city. Elysian Island. Yeah, it looks like I got to do some more testing from the streaming standpoint. Yeah. Let's see. I may also test doing this over the Steam instead of going through Destroy. I may do a test stream off to the side. See how it works.
Fail-safe tool, which can reconstruct Mr. Rubio's fingerprint in case of emergency. This is our only chance to hack inside. More bad news. This is being held by his head of cybersecurity in his archives, and we don't know where they are. Only that they are on the mainland. So first things first, we find them. Go to the GPS location I sent you.
Alright, so from this point forward, yeah, I typically would just switch over back to the oppressor for the rest of the last two missions, just to so we can go nice and quick. Okay, so I have an active vehicle. Yeah, you don't want to get too close.
Location of the archives is rotated every few weeks. The current
Instead of
location is
running in
documented
guns
on the
ablazing,
computer
we
system
will
in this warehouse. You
just
must
turn off
avoid
the power
surveillance cameras or destroy them.
and use our
Or just kill the tower.
assault
There will be
shotgun to clear
circuit
out the
box
room.
not too far from here. There will be security inside. If you are not seen by the cameras, you will have element of surprise, yes? You know, being Mr. Rubio's head of cybersecurity is a busy job. There are offshore account transfers to manage, hidden servers to maintain, social media websites to infiltrate. If we do this correctly, it may be some time before they realize what we have taken.
Alright. Took some damage,
Find the
but
computer. We
it is
must
what
get
it is.
inside and get the location of the archives. You see the complacency of American cyber industry? The security is months out of date. I would be surprised if half of Russia is not already using it as cryptocurrency farm.
Alright.
Excellent. We know where to find the archive and the tool we need.
Alright. Let's get this going. Let's see. Hopefully it's by the what's the thing called? The Ferris wheel. Let's see. Looks like it is by the Ferris wheel. By the beach. So nice and quick. So how I got to over 100 million in the bank in a short amount of time is started off by, you know, helping people out with their heists and stuff like that. And I think I did maybe 1 or 2 clucking bills until I got to the point where I can get to Kasaka. And then from there, you know, did a couple of heists, and I actually had a partner to help me. We helped each other grinding Dirty Diamonds, and it is buffering pretty good now. So I'm trying to make sure that that passes through before I land and try to complete this mission. Yeah, so I mean, we pretty much helped each other grind it out. Did the missions and stuff like that in terms of the heist finales. We prepped on our own, so. And did it like that, and pretty much it. And then from the Kasaka, started. I think I bought the arcade afterwards, so then I can start doing these 2 heists sort of back to back, getting them prepped up. And you know, I was still bare bones with a lot of stuff. Didn't buy too many properties. I didn't buy any cars. The only car I bought was the Armor Karuma. It's the only car I bought. I think I bought that when I was doing the Clucking Bell, just to, you know, do those missions without taking too much damage from the enemies and things like that. But other than that, every other car, I would say car, going off a podium or got it free through the GTA Plus membership. So from there, and all this stuff is documented in the videos that I put out. So go back and watch some of those videos. But yeah, I sort of started brick by brick, piece by piece, and added businesses, paid attention to the discounts and bought stuff on discount. There were certain things that I just had to get because of how I did it on my the Xbox account. But I didn't buy stuff that I knew that wasn't going to be beneficial to the grind yet. So I grinded up till I got to a certain amount of money, and then I bought the oppressor. And then after that, started getting the pieces together of the businesses, the nightclub, getting that going, the bunker, got that going, and then started did the MC businesses, so bought the cheap ones. So then the nightclub produced the goods and things like that. And then from there, started buying the not little, but I think I did buy like a small warehouse just to like get that going in terms of another source of goods for the nightclubs. And then once I started making, had over 30 or 20, 30 million, 40 million, then that's when I started buying the large warehouses and started selling them off using the GTA Plus and having the techs go out and source the goods. I think I made 12 million off the sales in a short amount of time. And again, making sure this lag and this buffering and clears up. Yeah, so seems like it happens in spots on the Boosterite web app. Then it clears up, but it is annoying. So from there, that's sort of how I sort of rotated my income from there to the businesses, to the cargo warehouses, to the heists. And that's pretty much it. I haven't done anything. I haven't bought a facility. I haven't done any of the doomsday stuff. That's something that I probably will get, but right now it's not it's a want. It's not a need for me right now. One of the things that I will be doing is relocating my arcade to where I have it at an Xbox, which is over there by the Maze Bank by the beach. I gotta put it back over there because having it by the docks is a terrible location. Plus, you don't even have any vehicles that spawn next to it, so I gotta literally have a vehicle waiting there. All right, so this is sort of the method that I take when looking for a place. So yeah, I don't go in guns blazing. I just look around, stay out of the guards' vision and all that. All right, so far not there. Let's see if it's over here. Nope. Yep, it's right over here. Okay, cool. Alright, so again, stay out of their sight. And just like that, we're sitting pretty. As long as I can get off that little thing. So that's how I typically do this mission. And in my opinion, I mean, it's quick for me. I get that you can shoot it out and clear them all out and all that, but sometimes you got to play the role. You put the hat on and see if you can avoid the guards.
Ours is a strange business, Captain. We work so hard to get new weapons, vehicles, equipment, and then afterwards we destroy it all. The only way to be safe, not sorry, yes? We leave behind a single piece of the jigsaw. Mr. Rubio will finish it.
Yeah, just wait for it to finish buffering. Alright, so I gotta take a look at that. Alright, so we don't need this anymore, so we'll go ahead and yeah, we didn't want to fall off and all that. So now that we're done, we will go ahead and check out what we have on the board.
The essential steps have been taken, Captain. The operation has a green
All
light.
right, so we got the barrel bonds. We got lots of green, so we have some opportunities. And I typically play with one other person dirty, so we would be sitting pretty good because we got the 2 golds on the compound, and I think we did it last night. So with the 2 golds, we would pair the powder. A grabs a powder, and then 1 table of weed, and then we'll both grab a gold, and then it would be it. If we had another player, then we would take it. We would go to a different. We would probably go to the main dock, the north dock, and the main dock. Grab that powder, and then have the other person grab the painting. So, but that's typically how I would run it. All right, so that's that. And I guess I will at least. Yeah, let's go back to the mansion, and I will do a. I will prep and see what I have for the. Well, see what my target is going to be for the casino heist. So I will at least do that. All right.
How was that nap, my man? I took one myself.
All right, so I'm gonna change the outfit up for a little bit. All right, let's see what we got as far as our Vinewood Club app. How much money we accumulated? So 96,000, 96K. Arcade got 10K. Agency, I need to do more contract. I need to do more contracts. 21K, 16K, and 7K. All right. And I use the money that I get for the safes to pay for the tech. So the other thing that I've done is the hanger as well. So I don't grind a hanger. I send Rooster out to get to his crates, and this is more passive. I'm just maintenance mode with this. So this is another source of income. So I'm coming out breaking even because I'm keeping safes at a pretty decent rate where I'm grabbing them all the time. So that money's coming back in for me. So I'm not losing anything in the way I do it. I don't have the time to grind the hanger, and I get why people do it, but I just don't have time. So now I got that going. I will go ahead and go to my armory and make sure that I'm stocked up on that. So let's go down to the lower level basement. some snacks first, and then we will check and see what we have as far as where we at with the businesses. I think probably gotta pay the DJs a little bit to recycle them out. All right, so let's make sure we're good on snacks. So, you know, in between preps and things like that, I come back here and stock up and everything. Could do it from here and the agency because it's all in the same area. But obviously here you have the master control terminal where you can resupply your businesses and all that good stuff. All right. So that's still at 50. Okay, so I made 9 million, almost 10 million from the nightclub. Let's see, 5 million from here, which is full here. So again, just starting out. Made 5 million from here, or almost 6 million, just by not letting it load up like that. Just selling to get close to $1 million as far as what they're worth, and selling it off from there. And then from the special cargo, so I made 14 million. So in just a short amount of time. And I'll be getting those sold out shortly. All right. So like I said, the next thing I would like to do before I end the stream is see what my target is going to be for the arcade. And it's going to be Big Con because I did Silent Sneaky last time. So I swap back and forth between those two. I don't do Aggressor because, I mean, it's fun and shooting them up and all that, but I much prefer to keep my money instead of having to lose it on, as far as having to shoot it out in the casino, trying to leave and all that. You will lose money. The object to this game, at least in my opinion, is maximize your bag as much money as you can and save as much money as you can. So you get to a point where if you had to buy stuff, then it's not going to necessarily hurt your pockets. You have to worry about it. I do need to get the master control terminal here so I can have another place where I can resupply businesses. But right now for me, it's a wants, not a need, because I got the mansion. All right, so let's go ahead and scope this out.
Okay, here we go. Let's find out what's in that vault. First, we need someone with the right login credentials for their security
We use our
system.
presser to do most, if not all, the preps here. I have used the Raju. That was another purchase I got along the way to getting 100 million in the bank. Got to a certain amount. I was like, well, once I do these 2 heists and these sales, then I can buy the Raju and it don't necessarily hurt my pockets. I was already probably 50, 60, 70 million up already when I bought the Raju. But I had to buy it before the price went up. So I bought it. I did the little preps.
He's on to you. Try and complete the hack if you can. Otherwise, you might need to put him down.
So I bought it for the discounted price. All right. Good. So yeah, I use the presser. I used to follow the guy around, play the role. And certain things I do play the role. But with this, just try to hurry and get it done. So I'll shoot the missiles from there, take them out and move on. And I've tried to see if I can call Lester lose the cops. I can't do that. It was grayed out, so I just typically park the oppressor up on the roof terrace and sort of just wait it out. All right. So yeah, again, yeah, hopefully that they have some more discounts. I need to get the penthouse at the Diamond Casino.
Bring out your phone and search for a Wi-Fi signal we can piggyback on. And try not to look too conspicuous
upgrade your wardrobe and finally become the person you believe yourself to be. Stop by the casino store and treat yourself.
Lagging. Alright, so let's make sure that clears up. Alright, so let's go this way. Just going probably towards the bathroom. Yeah, just going towards the restroom. The unisex restroom at that.
You got me in.
All
Let
right.
me work my magic. You only have a limited amount.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Looks like artwork. Good.
Sniff around for whatever else they have tucked away down there. You might find something we can use to our advantage. Artwork.
All right. So typically when I get cash,
Crazy, and we can make a small fortune. Come back when you're ready.
I would, once I've seen it's cash, I will wait till Lester stops speaking while I'm still in the casino. I will call Lester and tell him to cancel. To go ahead and just cancel the thing. I done got lost now. Cancel the heist, and then once I leave the casino, I will then go somewhere once the mission is finished, and then start a new session, get back to the arcade, and then go back to the board, and then it should give you another target, either gold or artwork. And if it doesn't, then you can just do it again. But that's another sneaky way to switch your target without having to do the preps again. And I did that with gold, the last one. And I have, like I said, I have the video for it, but I want to explain that. So you don't have to be saddled with cash. You can switch your target. And that's how you do it. Alright, so we're sitting pretty good with our heist. So we got the KO done. Just came in when that club just came in. Alright, so got the KO done. We already know what we're gonna have for the arcade, so that's good. Let's go ahead and
fresh meat.
Get to the planning
I want to
board.
hear the sound of you not speaking, my friend. Get over here to the freak shop. We got.
All right, Dax, get out my phone. All right. So, yeah, I gotta do something about this buffering. All right, so
We can go this way again,
So we'll
but
do
it's still
the
a bit too soon.
approaches the big
Security's
con.
gonna be tighter and overall could be tricky. But hey, pay may also be better. It's your call. I'd say go for it if you have a solid heist crew behind you. Hiding in plain sight. Bold. Good choice.
All right, so with this, we pay the cheapest one for the gunman
Cheap. All right, well,
and
I
the
guess
driver.
we'll see
So
what
that's
weapons
Carl for
Carl
the
can source
guns,
for us.
and that's for any of the well, at least the silent sneaky and the big con. So Kareem
Again, Stenzo.
is for the cheapest
Observation.
getaway, because
Anything
with the
we can
big
do to keep
con,
him out of the driver's
we are
seat's
taking
probably
the
a good
fire
thing,
truck
to be honest.
and the helicopter. We're not taking those vehicles. And for Paige Harris, we'll do Paige. It gives us more time, which we don't need that much time for artwork, the way that we do it. But we get it. We do it because it gives us the most time, just in case some mess ups happen. All right, so this is pretty much it. So on the next stream, I will go through and do them and explain how I do them, why I do them this certain way, and all that stuff. So you guys get a little bit more insight, and just instead of just seeing me do it through the stream without talking, now you guys can see what the context is behind it. So appreciate y'all for joining or joining in the future. Hopefully this information helps. As always, I appreciate if you guys hit the like button, subscribe for more content. try to put out content weekly, sometimes during the week. You'll see some videos dropping, but again, appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one.